I own all the equipment. Now, when it comes to the show itself, remember, it's a concept.
Right.
It's not real.
The
50%
show
is no, 50% is real if we sell it. Now, if I walk away, what do they have?
is how is these niggas able to take your name off of your channel, bro?
And
So
without
now,
me, Gil don't exist.
so here's the thing. It's like, nah, man.
It's the other way around,
That's
Kwame.
what you
I
said,
think
Gil.
I
That's what
think
you
Wait,
said.
wait, wait,
even though
Antoine, let me check him real quick. Kwame
That's what
Brown,
you said, bro.
you went
You said you
viral.
built No Chill Gil and it went into Gil's arena. That's what you said. But if
Kwame,
you didn't say that, clear it
hold on,
up.
hold on, hold on, hold
Kwame,
on, hold
before
on,
you
y'all.
said my name on your YouTube channel, you had 1,300 people. You
We're
said my
asking
name.
about you though.
You
Did
said
you
my
have Gil's
name.
arena?
Hold on. You said my name and you blew up,
Filibuster King. Filibuster
right? You
King.
had 1,300. I know because I was a
You never
follower.
had Gil's
I
arena
was a
before you
follower.
started talking about me.
You had 1,300 people. You used my name in the
What did you
algorithm.
have? What did you
Should we
have?
go? Should we go to your video that you hid now? But
This
it's your
man won't
biggest
answer
video.
one question. Did you
Okay,
have
so
Gil's arena or not?
no, I did not.
Thank you. Keep
Did,
proceed
Well,
with
well,
that
well,
time.
hold on, hold
did
on,
you
hold
have
on. Let me get this
400,000
right.
before you said my name, or did you just have 1,300 people playing golf in your little outfits?
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Well, Gilbert Arenas, Kwame Brown. Seems like this beef is never going to die. It seemed to have started, when Gilbert Arenas was telling a story from his time with the Wizards and had some disparaging things to say about Kwame Brown in relation to, I believe it was like a story about Charles Oakley, punking Kwame, or something Michael Jordan said to Kwame, something like that. And, they have not been on the same path since then. Everyone has tried to get involved that know them both to try to cool things down. I remember Allen Iverson having a conversation with Kwame. Allen saying he talks to Gil, he loved both of them, but it just doesn't seem like, just sometimes based on the character of one person, the other person's just never going to be able to see, it's just never going to be good. Although be it, they still linked up and had this conversation, and had some discussions. Really, the discussion was more so about Gilbert Arenas and his ownership or lack thereof, his level of ownership with Gil's Arena and why the name change and all that. And it ended up turning into a war of words. I'm gonna play a clip of what went on and what transpired in those discussions, and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna talk.
Cell phone. I didn't know nothing about like webcam, StreamYard. I had to learn all of that because I only came to YouTube because I was beefing with him. So when I came up with the show idea of like ESPN style, because I'm learning as I go. So I had this channel. I know Matt Barnes. They got
All the smoke.
all the smoke, right? But they're on Showtime, so they have infrastructure. I got the knuckleheads. They have um what was it, Players Tribune. They have infrastructure. So I didn't have nothing. I just had a concept and then this channel where I had like 1,000 people on it. So I made the deal with them instead of going with a platform. So instead of going with a platform and you're paying me $2,000 an episode, I made a deal with the sponsor themselves because I would have been on Showtime, and then Showtime would have had Underdog as the sponsor. So I cut the
So
middleman out and said,
can I
huh?
ask you a question? Can
Mhm.
I stop you in between just to ask you a couple questions?
Yes.
All right. So because I went just purely based off of what you were explaining on your live stream, right?
Mhm.
When you say you needed the infrastructure, was the show already pitched? Because some people are saying that the show was pitched to Showtime or something like that,
Mhm.
and then you just cut out the middleman.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. So that part, all right. So I got clarification on that. And then the other part, the other question that I have is, did you think that the show would be as big as it's going to be? And that's one of the reasons why you gave up equity into it.
No, I didn't. I didn't know anything. I didn't know if it was going to be big or not.
Okay. I got you.
So
Well,
you
I
know what I
mean
mean. So
that adds that changes it a little bit for me. Because I almost think that if you would have known, and you can correct me, if you would have known what it was gonna do, then you wouldn't have gave up the equity into it.
yeah, but it was the reason I gave up equity is because so I used to do this in the weed. This okay. So I started in the weed game, right? I was the you know I was the landlord. What I would do is I will have one of these growers come in, right?
Wow.
They they build the infrastructure, they build the system, right?
Mhm.
They build these elaborate systems. I let them get two crops in, and then I kick them out. Now I have the infrastructure, and then I take over the business. That was the same concept here. Let them come in here, build the studio, build all the equipment, do everything that's here. We
Mhm.
got 2 years. Once it's over with, I got the infrastructure. Now I can set up shop a professional style. At first, I didn't know how to do any of that. And all I knew is most people just had a camera. They walked around with the camera. They set it up tripod style, and then they just do that. I didn't
Right.
want that. I didn't want that style. I wanted what Matt Barnes. I wanted that look, the Pat McAfee look. So the only way to do that was to convince the sponsor. And I said, "Hey, listen, instead of you paying me and then I shout out your underdog and we do all this, we can be 50-50 partners. So you have skin in this game to build the show the way it is. You can use this as a commercial,
Mhm.
meaning you got shorts, you can put your logo on it, you can put it in the algorithm, you can put it on my Instagram page, you can do this. So you are doing better because now you have full control of your product. Right. So because you have full control of your product, that's how you're going to make your money. You get to push the FTDs, you get to do all of that in house, and you don't need just to pay someone these like a Cameron and stuff like that. You don't have to pay them, and then they do it, and you don't like the product. You can
So
fully control fully
at what
control
point
it.
did you lose control though?
What do you mean?
Because you don't, based off of what you were saying, you don't get to determine how the show goes. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
okay, the partnership I get, you didn't really understand exactly how big the platform was gonna get. I think you undersold yourself because you didn't realize how great you was as a content creator. Honestly, and I've given you props. I've always celebrated you and said that I think that you are incredible and that you got the number one basketball show in the whole 9 yards. But at what point in this infrastructure deal did you give up the control to where you can't determine, hey, no, I'm executive producing this, I'm controlling my own IP. I determine how many times we stream, I
Mhm.
determine what time we want to add a football show. At what point did that part come in, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay. So I have 50% of both shows. So basically, any show I produce under No Chill Productions. So No Chill Production is what's 50-50. They don't have rights to Gilbert Arena. So this channel, anything I do with my name and likeness outside of No Chill Productions, I own 100%. So I'm not exclusive to doing deals, right, with other people. So I never really had control. I didn't want control of thumbnails and all that because I didn't really know about it. I didn't really care. Just you do what you need to do. I'll learn on the way when my contract is up, which is up in 10 months from now. I own all
So
the equipment.
you get to keep
Yes.
everything.
So basically my deal is actually this. I own all the equipment. Now, when it comes to the show itself, remember, it's a concept.
Right.
It's not real.
The
50%
growth,
is no, 50% is real if we sell it. Now, if I walk away, what do they have? They can't use Gil's Arena name. They can't use Gil's Arena crew. That's part of my deal. They can't use Skip Bayless and the crew. That's part of my deal. So that means they will have to start brand new with a whole different cast and everything. Meaning they will have to go somewhere else, get all new equipment, and get all new staff and talent to start
but
up a
how,
basketball
but
show and a football show. So
I,
it's nothing.
I understand what you're saying on that front. What I'm saying is, how is these niggas able to take your name off of your channel, bro? That's your name.
No, okay, it wasn't them taking the name. I thought and felt this. I watched Matt Barnes, right? He had All the Smoke podcasts. Then he added, first he added Kevin Garnett.
Right.
So the Kevin Garnett show is under All the Smoke podcasts. So there's no Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce, nothing. You're hidden under someone else, right? And then they added Rachel Nichols, hidden under someone else. So I was like, well, these two got hidden, but they're all individuals. I'm one person. I got a football and basketball. But if I had the Gills Arena page, the football show get lost. So I was thinking build a network. So it's basically like the page is ESPN, and then there's Gills Arena, and then there's Gridiron. The football show.
That's what I thought that you did initially when I first seen the name change. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing, Gil. On the live stream, you said that when you got arrested, that's when they took the name from you because your name was no longer good in their eyes when it comes to promoting the product and being aligned with the brand.
Yes, that's what I said.
But now you saying something different is what I'm saying. You saying that was always the play for you to rebrand, for the brand to live on its own, basically. But then that's the thing that I had a problem with is, wait a minute. I thought, because honestly, from a business perspective, I looked at you as a genius. I'm like, oh shit, he really turned it into a whole network.
Hey, Antoine, come on now, stop lying.
No, seriously, this is honest to God truth. This on everything, on my father's grave, I said, Gil is a genius. He about to take on all of these other ESPNs and all of this other shit, and he don't need nobody to do it. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like from a content creation perspective, how you built the brand, how you put your homies on and shit like that, I salute you. And again, I think that you're great. But then
I'll tell you what, let's put some clarity on it. Now that we know he don't own, but 50% Underdog put them other people on. But we got to give them a shout out too. Let's give Underdog a salute too.
Here's my thing. Because I look at you as such a great businessman and as a great content creator, my expectation of you is higher. Because I don't look at you, I know you a contributor on the show, but I'm gonna just be honest with you. I don't look at you in the same vein that I look at the rest of the niggas that's on the show. Because you the brain, right? You the brain, you the brain. Without you, none of them other niggas exist in my mind. It's plenty of niggas that start a basketball podcast that ain't popping at all. That shit is trash. Let's just keep it 100. So
and without me, Gil don't exist.
So here's the thing. It's like, no, man.
It's the other way around, Kwame.
That's what you said, Gil.
Wait, Antoine, let me check him real quick. Kwame Brown.
That's what you said, bro.
You went viral.
You said you built No Chill Gil and it went into Gil's Arena. That's what you said.
Kwame,
you didn't say that cleared up.
Kwame, before you said my name on your YouTube channel, you had 1,300 people. You said my name.
About you though.
You said my name. Hold on. You said my name and you blew up.
Filibuster King. Filibuster.
Right? You had 1,300. I know because I was a follower.
You never had Gil's Arena.
I was a follower. You had
talking about me.
You had 1,300 people. You used my name in the algorithm. Should we go to your video that you hid now? But it's your biggest video.
One question: did you have Gil's Arena or not?
No, I did not.
Thank you. Keep proceeding with that time.
Did you have 400,000 before you said my name, or did you just have 1,300 people playing golf in your little outfits, being a nobody?
Let me say this.
I had 1,300 people to all the Smoke podcasts, not Gilbert Arenas.
Well, I mean, it just doesn't seem like their beef is gonna die. I don't even know what the whole purpose was, for Kwame and Gilbert to even be on, and the brother Anton actually talking about, the breakdown of Gilbert Arenas ownership. I mean, it's kind of a deal he did. Sounds like Gilbert's happy with the deal. Don't really know what the full discussion, the purpose of the discussion, because the deal's done. It's not like it can be undone. And obviously Gilbert Arenas still created a pretty powerful platform where he's got 2 shows going. I mean, I'm one where the 100% ownership thing is a little bit overrated, especially if it's going to take you another decade or 15 years if you ever get there to scale it to the level it is now. Hey, you can have 50% of it, because I'd rather have 50% of 500 million than 100% of 10 million. You know what I'm saying? So that 100% ownership, equity. You gave up equity. It's like, I don't know. It sounds intelligent, but when you're actually scaling it out, I mean, if it was that easy, then I'd love to see anyone else do it. That's all I'm hollering. But let me know what you guys think, man. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'm gonna let you next time. Peace.